Crossing the Rubicon is today's topic. And by now you might feel like, man, Andreas, has he completely lost it? What is he talking about? Why is he talking about a river in northern Italy? Well, let me set the scene. Imagine it's about 2,000 years ago, on January the 10th to be exact, and we are in the north of Italy, and there is a beautiful landscape, and there's a somewhat shallow, somewhat kind of insignificant river called the Rubicon. But we still talk about the Rubicon today, because who's appearing next at this wonderful morning here in January at the Rubicon? Caesar and his army. So Caesar was so far Julius Caesar, you've probably heard of him by now. He was so far a governor in the north of Italy, and he's coming back and he's riding towards Rome. And now he's stopping at the Rubicon and wondering what he should do next. Why is he doing that? Why is he not just crossing the Rubicon? Well, the Senate wrote him earlier a letter and said, Caesar, we are somewhat concerned that you want to come to Rome with your army and overthrow the democratic Senate and instead implement yourself as the dictator, the ruler, the emperor of Rome. So what we ask you to do as a sign that you are not intending to do that you're not intending to force us to retire, we want you to dissolve your army before you cross the river Rubicon. If you cross the river Rubicon with your army intact, we take that as a sign of war. And this means we will attack you as well. So please don't cross the Rubicon with your army. And now that we have it here, it's like January the 10th, and he's wondering, should I cross the Rubicon? Should I declare my intention of war towards the Roman Empire, the Roman Senate, or should I dissolve my army? So he's pondering this question, right? And as you can see, basically, if he crosses the Rubicon, if he crosses this river, he will be in something completely fundamentally different stage, right? On the left side of the Rubicon, he's thinking, should I? Why should I? Why shouldn't I? The pros and cons of becoming Roman emperor. And if he's on the right side, then it's all about how. How can I become Roman emperor? So what do we think from a psychological point of view would push Julius Caesar over the Rubicon? So traditionally in the theory of planned action or similar theories, we think the attitudes, norms, and controls push us over the Rubicon, okay? They help us to form the intention. So Caesar could say, I would really love to become the dictator, the emperor of Rome. So he has a really strong positive attitude towards him. He also doesn't mind a little bit of war. He is a born kind of warrior. He also thinks that the people around him, people around me seem to like me a lot. They think I should become an emperor. They think it's a good idea. So the norms are intact. And I think I can do it. He has very strong behavioral control beliefs. He never lacked the attitude. But somehow, strangely, even if we would quiz him, we give him a questionnaire, often what we see that you and I, when we stand in our metaphorical Rubicon, if we consider whether we should pursue a certain goal or not, we kind of hesitate. It seems like we need something a little extra to push us over the Rubicon. And what this extra is, we will talk about today as well. So how can we get people from wondering whether or not they should do it to form the intention and start doing it? So how can we get them to cross the Rubicon? But strangely, this is one component that is completely lacking in theories, expectancy value theories, just like the theory of planned behavior. The other one is that just because you crossed the Rubicon, because you said, I want to do it, now how can I do it? It doesn't mean that you kind of easily arrive at Rome and they just welcome you, right? Julius Caesar had to fight the Roman Civil War. He had to fight against all types of enemies that the Roman Senate were throwing at him, and he had to overcome substantial obstacles. But not just Julius Caesar. If we, for instance, say, I would like to lose weight, or I would like to improve my grades, or I would like to do something that I really desire, then we have to face obstacles. We have to overcome procrastination. We have to make sure that we don't overextend ourselves. We might need to kind of find the right environment to act it, and so forth. So the how is a really important question, yet theories of, like the theory of planned behavior, expectancy value theories often don't talk about that. It's kind of like, oh, you have the attention, let's see how strong your behavior is. That should be the main outcome or the main determinant, okay? So we will talk about this, the second kind of thing that these theories often omit about how can we, as social psychologists, help people once they cross the Rubicon. What are strategies, what are mindsets that help them to cross the Rubicon well? So in the second part, we will talk about all the problems that you and I face when we fight our own civil war to reach our own type of Rome.